Yo, whether you watching from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, click the link in my Instagram or moviepilot.com. What up, world? I just saw The Boss. It stars Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Bell, Peter Dinklage, and it's directed by Ben Falcone, the same dude who directed Tammy. I mean, that's all I'm gonna give you because I noticed that I've always oversold the cast. And if you want a chance at a shout out in my review next weekend for the Jungle Book, stay tuned to the end and you'll get your shot. So you got Melissa McCarthy, who stars as Michelle Darnell, and they go into her backstory and her motivation for why she becomes so successful. And her first scene is actually pretty hilarious because it's the seminar type scenario, and it just busts out into something I didn't really expect that I got a little bit of a laugh out of. And then you see Kristen Bell is like her personal assistant. No matter what time of day, just drop everything and do whatever she needs. And Kristen Bell is like the working blue collar single parent who normal individual who we see Melissa McCarthy's character through her, so we can see how outrageous and crazy that she is. They go a little bit into Melissa McCarthy's history with Peter Dinklage. They show some in the beginning, sprinkle a little bit through the middle, and then show some in the end. And then she goes to jail for committing some kind of crime, and then it's like they really just took the Martha Stewart story and put a real Melissa McCarthy ass history into it. And then for the rest of the movie, she's basically just trying to like piece her empire back together, more or less. Man, Melissa McCarthy is Melissa McCarthy, man. Just her husband Ben Falcone directed the movie, so you know he did Tammy, he did this. She basically just gets to play some wild ass character, and I mean she does it again, man. I enjoyed her performance, man. She's always like she literally has her neck covered like it's a character trait or whatever in every single scene, man. A turtleneck, a scarf, some kind of neck covering, never a brace though, but some kind of neck covering garment. And I mean, just one, it's comedy that doesn't have to be explained. I've seen her in like House of Lies on Showtime is real dope. Frozen, Couples Retreat, you know what I mean, just to name a few. Like she was cool. She did a good job in what she had. And then Peter Dinklage is in it, and he's got these real wild character traits and habits, and he's like this because of this, and this is what he's into, and this explains why he acts so weird. And I mean, he pulled it off. Game of Thrones about to come back. That's what I'm looking forward to, Peter Dinklage wise. But he was basically like he was a good foil to Melissa McCarthy's character. And I mean, he provided some solid comedy. I wouldn't really say that I laughed a lot during the first half of the movie. It was a lot of setup, and this has to happen for her to get to this point from point A to point B. But then in the second half of the movie, I think the laughs picked up. And overall, I wouldn't say I laughed a lot throughout this movie, but when I did, I was laughing a lot. And then there's this one lady in the in the troop, in the Girl Scout, in the Girl Scout tribe or whatever it is, man. She was a little over the top, but I mean, it provided for some pretty funny back and forth between her and Melissa McCarthy. I feel like when Tammy came out, I gave it a more positive review than I probably should have looking back on it. But I didn't hate Tammy, and I didn't really love it. It wasn't hilarious, but I didn't hate it. It was just there. This is way funnier than Tammy, in my opinion, to an extent, man. Both characters, like Tammy is broke, blue collar piece of shit who has to kind of find some morality, and Melissa McCarthy's character, Michelle Darnell, which was the original title of this movie, and I feel like they should have kept that title because the boss. I mean, they don't really emphasize on her being a boss except for like maybe the first 20 minutes. So they should have kept the movie titled Michelle Darnell. But going back, she's just the opposite of Tammy. Tammy was a broke piece of shit. Michelle Darnell is a rich piece of shit who basically has to find some morality and become a better person. I enjoyed this movie more than I thought I was going to. Melissa McCarthy, it's her movie. She's in practically every scene. She provides some one-liners, some funny comedy. Kristen Bell, dope character, holds her own. Singer, single mom, every person. Dinklage was funny. Not all the jokes hit, of course. There's not many comedies where every single joke's hit, so some of the jokes do fall flat. But when I laughed, I was laughing my ass off. I was dying laughing. So in my opinion, man, The Boss is dope. If you like Melissa McCarthy, if you like this type of comedy, man, definitely check it out. Did you see The Boss? What did you think of The Boss? Love, hate, so-so. Now, if you want to get a shout out in my review for The Jungle Book, just guess before the box office results come out Sunday morning, where do you think Hardcore Henry is going to place at the box office? It could fall anywhere, so it makes for a little more interesting of a guessing game instead of where do you think The Boss is going to be, because it's obviously going to be 1, 2, or 3. Hardcore Henry, in my opinion, could fall anywhere between 3 and 10. Or not even top 10, honestly. Tag me in your ticket stubs, no matter what you watching. Hardcore Henry, The Boss, God's Not Dead 2, Miracles from Heaven, Batman vs Superman, Zootopia, Olympus Has Fallen, 10 Cloverfield Lane, etc., etc. Find me on Facebook, man. Randy Little Movie Reviews. Trying to get my page up to 200 likes, man. Show some support. Click that like button. It's highly appreciated. Trying to just build together a real, just dope movie community. Talk about whatever movie related stuff comes up. Just for example, like other Marvel characters appearing in the next Spider-Man solo movie. That's super dope to me. And then next weekend, I'm gonna see The Jungle Book. I want to see Barbershop. I want to see Criminal. All depends on my theater. Nothing the week after that, and then the week after that, the last weekend in April, I definitely want to see Keanu, man. That looks so funny. I got a movie talk coming probably next weekend. I have no idea what I'm gonna even do yet. I'm thinking my 10 favorite Jake Gyllenhaal movies because Demolition came out, even though I'm not gonna be able to see Demolition. But I'm also spitballing a couple other ideas. I'm not positive what I'm going to do yet, man. Like, subscribe, comment, share, man. Find me where y'all find me, like I always be saying. Peace.